Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to share with you all how to make an amazing bacon chicken. So if you'd like to see how to make this, keep watching.
Okay, so to make our chicken, I'm going to start with a 5-pound whole chicken, and I'm going to start seasoning with salt. And I'm using kosher salt here, but if you don't have kosher salt, feel free to use whatever you have on hand. You want to put enough salt, then go with some all-purpose seasoning or some chicken seasoning. Use your favorite. Next goes on some freshly cracked black pepper, some paprika. Now I'm using this Isabel's pimento seasoning pepper, which I got from Isabel's in Trinidad. This pimento pepper really added so much more flavor, packed tons of flavor into this chicken. So if you can get it, I suggest using it because it's really amazing. You'll notice I'm also seasoning the cavity. You want to make sure and do that. If you don't season the cavity well, the chicken is not going to taste as great as it would. I'm drizzling on a little bit of oil, which is going to help me get that seasoning to be massaged properly onto the skin. So we're going to start massaging it. Now I did forget to add some green seasoning, so I went back on with some green seasoning, some more of that pimento powder, and some more of my all-purpose seasoning. I'm going to continue to massage that into the chicken. Now you want to take your seasonings and start rubbing it all under the skin. You want it to get into the meat and marinate properly. So make sure lift up any excess skin or any loose skin, and I'll take the juice and start putting it under the skin. That is going to intensify the flavor of the chicken breast especially. Now once you've done that, you want to go ahead and cover this and refrigerate overnight or for a couple of hours. On the next day, the first thing we're going to do is make a butter sauce to coat or baste our chicken. So to some salted melted butter, I'm going to go in with some dried fine thyme and some dried rosemary. If you have fresh fine thyme or rosemary, feel free to use that. To this, I'm also going to go in with the zest of 1 lemon and the juice of half of that lemon. So about a tablespoon of juice. Next goes in some red pepper flakes, and the pepper flakes are totally optional, and if you wanted to put some of that pimento powder in this, feel free to. Give that a mix, and once mixed in, set aside. So now for the beer. Now when you're using a beer, you'll need to empty half of the beer because it will overflow if you don't empty out half of it. Half can is just perfect. So there is my stand for the beer and the chicken. I'm going to place the open beer in there and take your chicken and place it over the beer can. Make sure and tuck the legs to the front. You want to make sure you sit that chicken down really well. Presentation is everything here. So once you sit it down really well, you want to make sure that it's snug. And then it's time to go onto the grill at this point. So I'm going to place it into my grill, and I'm using my Traeger Ironwood 885, the perfect grill for this. If you don't have one of these grills, you can cook this on indirect heat on a regular grill. Or it can also be cooked in your oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm placing in my probe so that when it hits the internal temperature of 165, I'll be notified with the app from Traeger because the app is connected to the grill. All I have to do is close it and let it cook. I'm going to let it cook for about 20 minutes, after which I'm going to go in and check on the chicken. Now at this point, I'm going to start basting the chicken. I'm going to take that delicious lemon butter sauce and start basting the chicken on the front, on the back. It's going to add so much more flavor. Cover again and allow it to cook, and then go in again and check on it. It should be done at this time. It would take about 45 minutes to 1 hour. Mine's finished, so I'm going to remove the probe and I'm going to head on inside with my chicken. Now when it's finished, you want to let it cool completely before cutting into it, because if you try to cut into it when it's hot, all of the juices are just going to leak out of the chicken. So once it's cooled down, then I'll come in and we'll cut it and I'll show you guys. Now that the chicken has cooled down, let's remove it and place it on your counter. And I'm using the Traeger paper. If you guys are wondering what paper I'm using here, Traeger sells that paper. It's a really amazing pink paper, great for entertaining. You may need a little help, so I'm called in my husband to help me here. And he'll take the can out for me and he'll discard the can. The can still had the same amount of liquid, if not a little bit less. And then go ahead and carve the chicken. It's just like if you're cutting up a regular chicken. It is very tender, very flavorful, and so juicy. And that's it, guys. All you have to do is go ahead and cut this up and serve it. It's best served hot. It was amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick and easy recipe. Try it. Let me know down below. Use any type of beer you want to use for this. It doesn't have to be the exact one I used. And if you wanted to make it with a turkey, of course you can. Thank you guys so much for joining me in the kitchen today. Please continue to stay safe during this time. If you have any questions or any comments, leave them down in the description box to me. If you've enjoyed today's video, please remember to like, share and subscribe for all of my latest videos, and hit that bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!